All right, what's up, everybody? Today we have a Samsung Galaxy Note 8. We were lucky to get this in a couple days early. Some people have been getting them in early. Luckily, we were able to get our hands on it early as well. The release date on this will be in 2 days, and that is September the 15th. It's a Friday. And so, it is exciting to get it a couple days early. That way you can get a chance to play with it before it actually is officially released. So, with the Note 8, this has been a really highly anticipated device, mainly because last year Samsung released the Note 7, and there was a lot of issues with the battery, which was causing some people were reporting explosions or the battery overheating or catching on fire, and so they did end up recalling all of the Note 7s. So this phone has been highly anticipated. Some people believe that Samsung was going to eliminate the whole Note series altogether because it didn't. They had that recall, and some people speculated that they would continue with the S7 to the S8, but the predecessor to that would have been the S8 Plus, which would have featured a stylus. However, I'm very happy that they did not do that with the S8 Plus. They did not add the stylus to that to kind of, I guess, rename it, rebrand it, the S8 Plus. So for all Samsung users, that's a great thing. The Note will continue to be the workhorse device that it is. Now the stylus on it is a very phenomenal S Pen. Very simple. I'm not going to go into quite the details on what the stylus can do. That we can save that for another episode. But the biggest thing was just a quick overview of the device itself. It is a 6.3-inch screen, which is edge to edge, which is in the Infinity screen, which also features a Gorilla 5 glass, which is supposed to be very, very strong. However, with the particular curved edge screens that Samsung has liked to kind of transition to, not only does it give you better clarity and the vividness and the image is higher, aesthetically it also looks very nice. However, it is more prone to getting damaged because of the edge, the edge being more exposed. So you do see these phones get damaged a little bit more frequently, and that happens because glass itself is it's porous and it has imperfections. So therefore, you could have somebody drop this phone from 3 feet high and fall on concrete or a hard floor, and it may not break. And then you'll hear sometimes that someone will drop their phone on carpet from the waist down and their screen broke. And so that just happens that if you happen to drop it and the source of the impact is at a vulnerable spot in the glass, that's what can cause your screen to either crack lightly or kind of do like a spiderweb crack. And so with that being said, we really tell our guys to kind of protect their equipment. So what we're going to review today is actually the Cellhelmet liquid glass, and these guys have been a partner of mine for 3 years. Very excited for this particular product because not only does it give you additive protection where it kind of solidifies your screen, it also comes with a warranty. Now the warranty is really big because say that your phone breaks, all right, the screen breaks. You actually get a $100 warranty towards your repair or your replacement. So I think it's really important that we bring that up because this retails at $49.99, but if you happen to break your screen, which can happen even if you have tempered glass protection, then you're covered by that $100 warranty. So I think it's really important that I bring that up because that's a very big selling point for consumers. It's very important. All right. So if you happen to get this glass screen protection, and then you break your screen in it, well, guess what? You can bring it back to the shop. We can repair your screen for you, and you get $100 towards that repair. So what I'm going to bring out is I'm going to bring out the vial itself, and then I'm going to bring out the cloths. So the cloths that we're going to use today for this Samsung Galaxy Note 8 is that we're going to use a cleaning cloth, an application cloth, and then a cloth that we're going to use to buff out the residue. All right, so we're going to start off with the cleaning cloth. And what we're going to do with this is that we're going to just clean off the screen. Now this screen's already been pretty clean, but what we'll do is we'll go over it. All right, now we're gonna allow this to kind of soak into the screen and to fill those imperfections. And then what I'm gonna do as well, well, I'm sorry, this is actually just a cleaning cloth, but we're gonna make sure that we thoroughly clean the device itself. I always like a clean device, so there's nothing wrong with, making sure it's as clean as possible. All right. Then we're gonna put this cleaning cloth down here. We're gonna take the apply cloth. All right. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually dry this first with this cloth before we actually put the application that we're gonna use here. This gets a little tricky, so I'm not gonna touch this back much more. I'm just gonna focus on the front here. Oops. And so we're gonna crack this vial open. It can be a little bit difficult to open up at first, so I kind of just try to twist it or. There we go. Then what we're going to do is we're going to kind of put this down the center of the phone. I'll put a little bit more. I'm going to save just a little bit for the back glass. And then what we'll do is we'll take the application cloth and we'll do this in like a circular motion, of course, wax on, wax off. But we're just going to do the waxing one right now. And for my car folks who are familiar with Ceramic Pro coating, this is similar to that. I guess the Ceramic Pro is more to solidify the pores in the paint, give it that kind of sleek coating. And then this will get hazy, all right? So that's perfectly normal for this to get hazy. It just means that it's drying. And as I do that, I'm gonna actually do the rear camera as well. And make sure that we want to make sure that rear camera is protected too, just because it is a very nice camera, and it also features a 12 megapixel wide angle camera. So not only is it dual camera, but it has dual flash as well, and so we want to make sure we take care of that lens. If you do happen to break the lens on any phone, I can repair that, so you don't really have to worry too much about that. It can be repaired, and it doesn't mean that the phone has to be physically taken apart in order for me to fix that in most scenarios. So if you do happen to break your camera lens, feel free to reach out to me. At the same time, we can do these repairs as well. So we did we first cleaned the screen, all right, with this particular cloth, which is liquid. Then this was dry, and what I used with this, I used this to dry down the phone before I went ahead and I applied the liquid or the solution from this particular vial onto the screen itself and onto the rear camera. So again, you want to protect that. Glass is porous once again, and so what happens is those pores do have imperfections, and if you do happen to drop it, you can damage it very simply, and it can be very frustrating. We are here to help you out, so there's plenty of people who can do repairs. We're not excited necessarily to have you run into that situation, but we're prepared to take care of you. And so Right now, what I'm allowing it to do is it's just getting very hazy, and that's just it allowing itself to kind of cure into those pores. And then once I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take the buff. It says to wait 10 minutes. You do not have to wait 10 minutes. Quite honestly, you can do it within 3 minutes. You just want to make sure that you do the application correctly, where you're making sure you get each side. Normally what I like to do is I like to either buff from one side in a circular motion, all the way up, around, whatnot. Just, you got to make sure that you're taking, you're doing your due diligence and getting every single part of your screen. Then you'll just take this cloth, and this is the wax off part, so you kind of just want to buff this. Now sometimes you will buff this and the residue will still be on the screen. That's okay. You just need to continue to buff it to allow it to clear. As you can see, that's what it looks like with the solution on there, and this is when I buffed it out. So this screen itself is going to be pretty good, and you're not going to have to worry too much. Do I say that this is a permanent solution? Absolutely not, because you know, glass can be broken in any type of manner. So it's not one of those things that I advise people to be kind of reckless with. You can get screen protectors that are of the tempered glass variety. However, there are some disadvantages with that, because the way it adheres, it only adheres to the edge of the actual phone, and that can be a problem when it comes down to you know, trying to fit a case onto your phone. Some manufacturers will design the tempered glass to be shorter than the actual frame of the phone. That way it can accommodate for the extra lip and the space that the case is going to take over when it is applied to the phone. However, you know, at the same time, that adhesive is, again, just along the edges, and if the case is if you drop your phone, that particular glass could pop off, could get removed. So this is by far the best solution for your glass protection. And keep in mind that this does have that $100, it's backed by the $100 warranty. If you do happen to break your phone, you get $100 towards your repair. So that's very important. And I'm just gonna see here, it's got like that residue, and what I'm just gonna do is I'm just gonna buff it out. You know, it's, again, sometimes it takes a little bit of pressure to clean it up and make sure it's all good. Now, I'm not going to go too much into the operating system itself. You know, I just want to kind of give you guys the specs over it. Very beautiful device. For all Note fan lovers out there, you guys can rejoice, because now you guys have your Samsung Galaxy Note 8. This one is now protected with Cellhelmet liquid glass. These are, my partners are based out of Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and we've been having a great relationship. They're out in San Francisco right now, so shout out to the team. If you have not pre-ordered your Note 8 yet, you can pre-order it. The official release date will be in 2 days, Friday, September 15th. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me in the comment section or message me. I will try my best to read it. This is something new that I want to try to start doing to educate consumers. I've been doing this for a very long time, and I think it's a great opportunity to help people kind of understand technology a little bit better. And we're going to try to make sure that we give you the best content possible. So thanks, and if you guys like, subscribe, and leave some comments in the comment section so I can learn how to improve this.